Hello and welcome to Foundations for Algebra, Unit 3B, Lesson 1. Today's objective is scholars will use their knowledge of angles and the angle sum theorem to solve problems. Okay, so let's get started with this. What are some angle rules that you know? Angle rules, and these are rules from previous years, just sort of a refresher. So first is vertical angles. Vertical angles are two angles that are made by two lines. They share a vertex, but no sides. They are congruent. So what does that mean? So if we look at this right here, angles 1 and 3 are vertical angles. They're made by the two lines. They share their vertex, but they do not share any sides. They're across from each other. They are congruent. When I say congruent, that means they have the same measure. So, if angle 1 is 120 degrees, then so is angle 3. Angles 2 and 4 are also congruent. That means they have the same measure also. Okay, so those are our vertical angles. Next, we have adjacent linear angles. So, adjacent means next to. Linear means they form a line. So they are two angles that share a vertex and one side, and they create a line. These angles will always add up to 180 degrees because that's how many degrees are in a line. So you'll notice this line right here made by ABC, line ABC. You can see this line segment or ray that goes from B to D creates angles 1 and 2. Those two angles add up to 180 degrees because together they make a line. So if I know that angle 1 is, let's say, 75 degrees, then I would know that angle 2 is 105 degrees. They have to add up to 180. By the way, that is called supplementary. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. Now, this one might be new. This is the triangle angle sum theorem. So, the interior angles, that just means the inside angles of a triangle, always add up to 180 degrees. And actually, if you take any triangle, so this angle A, B, and C, will always add to 180 degrees. And if you take any triangle and you actually just cut those angles off and put them together, you could create a straight line, which is 180 degrees. So here's angle A, here's angle C, and here's angle B, so you can sort of see it. They will always, always, always make 180 degrees. So how could we use this? Well, here's two triangles. This one on the left, I have a 40-degree angle. Remember, this box means it is a 90-degree angle. So if that's 90 and that's 40, what's this? So I can do 180 minus 90 gives me 90. Minus 40 gives me 50. So this is 50 degrees because 50 and 40 and 90 equal 180. Well, this is pretty simple, right? Over here on the right, I have my angle. I need it to equal 180. I have 85 and 50. So 85 plus 50 gives me 135. So 180 minus 135 simply gives me 45. So then this must be a 45-degree angle. Pretty simple. I just need to make sure the angles add up to 180. So let's keep going. In this case, notice here, I've only got one angle. But what do I have here? These are vertical angles. That means if this angle is 35, so is this angle. So I can know that this one is 35. So now I know I have an angle that's 100. I have an angle that's 35. So 180 minus 135 gives me 45. So then this angle right here is 45. But I'm trying to find this angle. Well, the 45 degrees and that angle make a straight line. So 180 minus 45 gives me 135. So this one is 135. All I'm doing is sort of playing with these angles. Let's try this next one. I've got another one where I have to find the missing angle. So here, these two make a line. So 180 minus 155 gives me 25. So this is 25 degrees. So now I'm going to add 25 and 60 is 85. So 180 minus 85 gives me 95. So I know this is 95 degrees. And then I want it to equal 180. So this is 180 minus 95 gives me 85. Cool. So this one is 85 degrees. Remember, your goal is to get whatever that question mark is. So what about this one? Now I've taken this and I have turned this sort of into a math problem, right? I know that 8x plus 2 plus 70 plus 60 must equal 180. Because I know that the inside angles of my triangle have to equal 180. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my like terms. So I have 8x plus 2 plus 70 plus 60 is 132 equals 180. Next, I'm going to subtract 132 from both sides. So minus 132 minus 132. I get 8x equals 48. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 8. I get x equals 8. And in this case, I'm trying to find x. If I wanted to know what this angle was, I could put the 8 back into it and find the angle. But I don't need to. I'm actually trying to find x. So let's come to this next one. Again, I know that these are vertical angles here. So I know that this is 80. I have another vertical angle here, so this is 60. So again, I have x plus 51 plus 80 plus 60 has to equal 180. So I have x plus 80 plus 60 plus 51 is 191 equals 180. I'm going to subtract 191 from both sides. I get x equals negative 11. And we get negative answers for this, so x is negative 11 in this case. Okay, one final problem to get, and then you're going to go on. So here, notice I have this little box again. Remember, that means that is a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to, again, add my side. So I have x plus 37 plus x plus 67 plus 90 equals 180. So first I'm going to combine like terms. My x and my x combine to 2x. 37 plus 67 plus 90. Give me a second. That is 104. 194. So I have 194 there equals 180. I'm going to subtract 194 from both sides. So here's going to cancel. I get 2x equals negative 14. Divide both sides by 2. I get x equals negative 7. There we go. Not too bad. So I want you to go ahead and try your problems on your own in Mobius, and I will see you in class. Talk to you then.